and a police officer or a sheriff or something like that comes up to you and they ask you for proof of your aeronautical knowledge test, you must present it. So basically what that means, if you're out flying your drone and a police officer comes up to you and questions you flying your drone, and he's going to ask you for proof of test passage of the aeronautical knowledge test. What if you don't have that proof of passing the test? What's going to happen? Are you going to get arrested? Are you going to get a fine?
I'm going to go fly my drone. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna take my toy drone out for a spin. Today we're going to talk about drones, and the reason I wanted to talk about drones is because some changes that have just happened the beginning of October regarding drones, and I think it's going to affect both you and I. See, the holiday season is coming up, and some of you may be consider buying one of your loved ones a drone. This is the DJI Air Maverick Air. I love this drone. I use it on vacations. I used it in Cancun when you watched that video of me on a beach. I used it just everyday stuff when I'm shooting vlog stuff around Kansas City. I like it because it's compact, it folds up, it fits in my camera bag, and I can take it wherever I want. I love this drone. I also paid almost $1,000 with this drone. By the time I invested in the batteries, which were about $80 a piece, and some other things that I got with it, it was $1,000. Now what I tell you is a drone that is wonderful to fly and you have a lot of good times with it, shoots great, amazing video footage. All of that is changing for us. So here's the scoop. Christmas is coming. You're looking at possibly buying a drone for the one you love, and Mr. Trump went ahead and signed a bill into force the beginning of October for the FAA to fund them for the next 5 years. In that bill, there was a small section regarding drones. So it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it turned out to be a pretty big deal for hobbyists, enthusiasts like myself. I do not get paid to go and fly drone footage for businesses. You have to get a license for that under Section 107. If you want to go that way, you have to take classes, you have to do all these wonderful things. What they're getting ready to do, the hobbyists were in essence exempt from taking these extra tests and doing these extra things online. I have registered as a drone pilot type scenario, but here's what's going to happen. You're going to buy your loved one a wonderful drone this year for Christmas or a holiday or a birthday, and you're going to give it to them. And when you give them that drone, there's some things that now they have to do. One, in the next 180 days, FAA is going to come out with a new test. And this test is going to require anyone, hobbyists included, to take this test online. Not only do they have to take the test, now they have to print out a card stating that they have completed said test, and they have to carry this card with them while they're flying their drone. I know, it seems like a kind of a pain in the butt, right? I mean, FAA is now trying to regulate just about everything regarding drones because there's some things that are coming down the pipe. I have some strong opinions, which I think is getting ready to happen. I think it has to do a lot with corporate world type scenario. And what I mean by that is think of all of the things that are happening all around us. One of them, Amazon is wanting to possibly start doing drone drop-offs. Okay, so from the space from 0 to 400 feet, this has historically been the safe zone for us to fly drones as hobbyists. Anybody that flies above 400 feet, you get into 500 feet to 1,000 feet, and then you're dealing with aircraft. So 0 to 400 feet has been this unregulated space. But now, when you throw in people wanting to do delivery packages with drones, you have to start watching this airspace. This airspace is now getting ready to be commercialized. This is my opinion. This is my thought process. As I studied and started watching a lot of different videos and things that are coming, it makes perfect sense on what's getting ready to happen. We're getting ready to see a big change. How does this affect you? Well, not only does the FAA require little Johnny, who is now 10 years old, to take a test and carry around a little notification, it also is allowing the FAA to impose fines and use the police or whatever agency it desires to enforce such rules. So now let's say your little 10-year-old or 12-year-old or 15-year-old gets this wonderful drone for Christmas, goes out to the park, starts flying it around. They bust up to about 300 feet. They're still in the safe zone, but here's the thing. Whoever's around them comes up and says, "Can I see your certified license?" They don't have it. What's the fine going to be? They haven't told us what that's going to be, but if, you know, little Johnny doesn't have their little card with them, or if you don't have a card with you, is there going to be a fine? Can they confiscate the drone? A lot of things are getting ready to happen. So the days of me just taking off and flying a drone straight out the window and around and having fun are going to be kind of limited. So now it comes down to play is, what do we do about it? I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do, and you're saying, Todd, I'm not going to buy Jimmy a $1,000 drone. I get it. But see, that also applies to those little $40, $50 drones. Anything that can fly and be in an area that other people can see it, except for within the confines of your apartment or your house or wherever you live, the fact is that it's going to be regulated inside that space from 0 to 400 feet. So you have to take this into consideration coming up for the new holidays or special occasions, or if you're becoming a person that's starting to vlog more and wanting to go on vacations and do things and more aerial things. The bad part is this day right now is huge because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know if they're going to cause DJI or some of the other manufacturers to put transponders in the drones to track. See, when we launch the drone, it's going to have to maybe just give off a signal to let whoever's around us know where this drone is flying. I mean, there's a lot of things that are getting ready to happen with the drone. There's a lot of controversy around this new law or that is just bill that has been passed. So take that in consideration this year if you're looking to buy a drone. I love drones. I've enjoyed flying this a lot. The fact of the matter is times are changing. If they're going to commercialize that airspace, I mean, we're looking at now possibility within the next 5 to 8 years having drone powered that can pick you up and take you somewhere like Uber. So Uber type drones. So if we're having manned droned aircraft, it could play a big difference in that 0 to 400 space. And they don't want these little ones flying around. So we don't know what's getting ready to happen, but you do know that they just passed the law. There are some guidelines that they are imposing within the next 180 days. Again, this just happened in the beginning of October. There's a lot to it. I'm going to put a link down below. It's a 25-minute video. He really goes over the explanations of the new laws. If you're interested in that, watch it. I'm a detailed person. My whole video content is if you're wanting to buy a gift for somebody for this next holiday season, or if you're wanting to buy something for your significant other because you think they want to be a vlogger, there's going to be risks associated with that things that they're going to have to do in that place. So that being said, loved flying my drone today, and I look forward to sharing more with you later. So, all right, I guess I'm out.